Is what you're seeing right now actually real? Not just what your eyes tell you. Not just the way the air feels against your skin, or how your thoughts echo in your mind. What if what you feel, think, remember, even the idea of death was all just code, written into a system we can't see? This isn't science fiction anymore. Some of the brightest thinkers alive believe the world we're living in might not be real at all. And when you stop to look closely, even for a moment, the signs are subtle but undeniable. Today, we're going beyond theories, speculation, and thought experiments. We're going to explore the very fabric of existence and ask the most forbidden question of all: is reality just code?
I seeking truth in the cosmos, yeah, we high end. Might take on the universe, that's another game. Aliens and UAPs, man, we break it down real tight. Sports cars, flipping current events, shining bright. Life's a wild ride, gotta chase what's unknown. Hitting court to the stars, this is where I call home.
Long before computers existed, humans questioned whether the world was real. In Hindu philosophy, the concept of Maya suggests that life is an illusion. Plato's allegory of the cave depicts people who mistake shadows for reality. Descartes asked whether everything he perceived could be a trick from a deceiving demon. So when Oxford philosopher Nick Bostrom published his simulation argument in 2003, it wasn't a new question, but it was a new frame. Bostrom proposed that if it's ever possible to create conscious beings inside a simulation, then one of three things must be true. 1. Advanced civilizations destroy themselves before reaching that capability. 2. They reach it but choose never to simulate conscious beings. 3. They do simulate, and we are inside one. Each outcome, he claimed, is equally likely. But the third, that we're already simulated, might be the most consistent with where we're heading. We already simulate economies, cities, weather patterns, and even consciousness at a basic level. If our future descendants created simulated ancestors to study history, the number of simulated people would vastly outnumber the real ones. Statistically, you'd more likely be one of them. The universe is written in numbers. Constants like the speed of light, gravitational force, Planck's constant, and Avogadro's number don't change. They're precise, specific, and globally uniform. That precision feels eerily like programming. If you're building a simulated universe, you'd assign rules to control how energy and matter behave. You'd encode logic. You'd build a sandbox that supports interaction but stays predictable. These constants act like boundary conditions in a simulation, restrictions that allow structure and behavior to emerge. Without them, reality wouldn't be stable. Even time seems to move in uniform increments. Even thought follows patterns. In a world like that, randomness could be an illusion, a designed function. If we can build simulations, and our simulations develop intelligence, and they in turn build simulations, then what you have is a cascade, layer upon layer, worlds within worlds, each one believing it's real, unaware it was created by the level above. This isn't science fiction. It's what our own trajectory implies. And here's the terrifying part. The deeper down you are, the more degraded the processing. The more likely you are to experience glitches. The more limited your ability is to understand what's above you. If we are in a third, fourth, or fifth-tier simulation, we might be living under constraints we can't even detect. And worse, we may try to simulate our own world inside a system already strained. What happens when a simulation simulates inside itself? Does it collapse? Does it fold? Or does it echo forever? If this is a simulation, sometimes the code might falter. You might notice things that don't make sense. Objects vanishing, people misremembering the same facts, buildings you swear were different yesterday. This is often called the Mandela Effect, a term used when large numbers of people remember events or facts that never officially occurred. It's easy to dismiss these as false memories, but when millions of people recall the same era, we must ask, is it a memory fault or a reset in the system? Philip K. Dick, the science fiction writer, believed that parallel realities were superimposed over hours like film transparencies. He thought his books were drawn from glimpses into those layers. He wasn't alone. Many people have experienced moments where time felt broken, where reality seemed not quite solid. Maybe these are just tricks of the brain, or maybe they are static from overlapping simulations. Most scientists don't consider simulation theory a valid scientific idea. Why? Because it isn't testable. There is no experiment you can run to confirm or deny it conclusively. But philosophy doesn't work like that. Philosophy begins where science reaches its current edge. And simulation theory asks a question science can't avoid. If this universe is real, why does it look so much like a computer? Why is it mathematical, stable, deterministic, yet able to support uncertainty? Why is consciousness possible? These are not scientific questions. They are existential ones. Inside a simulation, you may believe you have choice. But that doesn't mean the code hasn't already accounted for your actions. The idea that we have free will has always been debated. If our world is a simulation, the debate becomes literal. Are we executing a script or diverging from it? Maybe the answer is both. You are free, but only within the rules of your engine. A character in a video game can explore, choose, even rebel, but only in the language the game permits. Here's where it gets strange. Consciousness may be the very thing that reveals the simulation. In quantum mechanics, the act of observation collapses probability into reality. If no one observes the code, does it run? If a tree falls in the woods of a simulated world and no one observes it, was it ever rendered? Our awareness may be more than just experience. It might be participation. It might be feedback. Near-death experiences, lucid dreams, meditation, they all feel like something outside the usual render. Perhaps the simulation becomes visible in the quiet spaces, where the noise of code goes silent. So what do we do with this? Do we live in fear? Do we chase the glitch? Or do we embrace the mystery and keep searching? Whether or not this is a simulation, the desire to know speaks to something deeper. The fact that we question reality at all means we haven't stopped evolving. And maybe, just maybe, that's the point of the program. To become aware. To reach upward. To seek the source, even if we never find it. Because maybe the program isn't here to trick us. Maybe it's here to wake us up. Thank you for watching. And remember to like, share, and subscribe, because somewhere in the cosmos, the next truth is waiting to be found.
I seeking truth in the cosmos, yeah, we high end. Might take on the universe, that's another game. Aliens and UAPs, man.